We are live, fans, with our night 2 of WWE SummerSlam report. The big news is the return of the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar following the Cody Rhodes John Cena title match, in which Lesnar conducted a stare down with Cena and then became involved, physically charged the ring, and F5'd Cena for what appears to be his next program for the remainder of his retirement tour, so to speak. Overall, it was a pretty entertaining show, given the fact that they relied on the same model as night 1, in that they saved a lot for the end of the program with the big surprise in which Brock was involved. Yes, Noah, Brock is definitely back and should inject some life into what has been rather flat WWE in recent months. I should shout out my broadcast partner, Mr. Ryder, the Big Bad Wolf, who predicted that Lesnar would return tonight. So he is 2 for 2 on the whole with respect to SummerSlam predictions. To start it off, Triple H came out to announce that this was, quote unquote, the biggest SummerSlam of all time. He didn't get into the specifics at that time, but we'll talk about when Stephanie McMahon also came out and provided some more details. The show kicked off with Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky and versus Naomi. Naomi won with a roll-up on Ripley holding the tights. I thought it was decent for what it was. The next match was a TLC match involving a ton of teams. Street Profits versus DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Praxium, Andrade, and Rey Fenix versus the Wyatt Six. The Six retained the titles and won there in a pretty standard, passable TLC match. It was quite the car crash at times, but entertaining nonetheless. Next up was Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyrie. Or I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but sorry, for the women's IC title. Bayley interfered in the last sequence with a fist wrapped in a steel chain. Was going to hit Becky, but hit Lyra instead, leading to the pin. There were all sorts of weapons involved in this match. The toolbox, the proverbial toolbox, was used. So again, fairly entertaining, I would say. Next up was a steel cage match with Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. title. Solo eventually escaped the cage to retain the title. Plenty of outside interference by Jeff Cobb and Tala Tonga. After the match, Fatu came off the top of the cage with a moonsault onto Cobb and Tonga Loa. Not exactly the best cage match I've ever seen, but it was fine, I guess. No blood, which is one of the criticisms of WWE cage matches, a gimmick match designed to have blood in it. Next was Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the IC title. Dominic won using his boot that came off when AJ was attempting a calf crusher. Dominic used the boot to knock out AJ and hit him with a frog splash for the win. So that reign continues. Stephanie McMahon, as I touched on earlier, came out to announce the attendance, which was 60,561 for night 2, for a total of 113,722 fans for both nights, which, according to Stephanie, was the biggest SummerSlam in history. Not sure if that was based on gross or gate, but with 2 nights, your guess is as good as mine how they're measuring it. And in the main event, Cody won the title from the really fully babyface John Cena. There was some question about whether he was turning or not, or how that was going to work out. Turns out he was a full-fledged babyface, a million finishers in this encounter. Cody, before the end, did a salute like this, which reminded me of Michaels versus Ric Flair with the Sorry I Love You deal in Flair's retirement match, and won with the Cody Cutter. But again, the biggest story of the night is the return of Brock Lesnar, looking similar to his last Cowboy stint. He had the hat on. Doesn't appear to have gotten any smaller, that's for sure. But hopefully some interesting stuff to come with Cena, and the whole organization has been really in need of a spark, so to speak, and Lesnar certainly provides that. So interesting event both nights. I would give night 2 a better score over night 1, but maybe in terms of attendance or gross, whatever way they're measuring it, but creatively not the best SummerSlam I've ever seen, that's for sure. But we will talk about this and more this coming Tuesday on Ryder's Wrestling Review, where again Mr. Ryder was very on point with his prognostications for both nights. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Cheap Heat Productions. Don't forget to hit the notification button and you won't miss